going on a road trip. Start spreading the news. Dun, 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 dun. I'm leaving today. Dun, 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 dun. I wanna be a part of it. I'm going to LA. Hi, taking a break at a rest stop, got out to stretch my legs. I saw this sign, and 15 feet to the right of it, this sign. Do you think snakes can read? Okay, back to the road trip. I've been to a whole bunch of these little tiny border towns, and let me tell you, don't stay in Needles, California. It sucks there. If you have to, stay in Blythe. There's no cell service, and there's no good restaurants, but they have a Starbucks, and everything's pretty cheap, and it's better than Needles. This video is brought to you by Curse This Unusual World, my new album of 15 original songs. That's over half an hour of all new music, now available on Spotify and iTunes and everywhere else you might want to get music, including my own website, jacobdavidearl.com. Hello, it's me. I made it to LA. This is my Airbnb. Considering my first Airbnb in LA, the first time I came here on my own, was a shed. And then the second one was a garage. This is, I'd say, about 6,000 times better than any of those. This is by far the best one. There's a big sign on the wall saying not to smoke weed, so I guess that's covered. There's a whole kitchen. It's like a whole house. This is more room than anyone I know who actually lives in LA has. And the light, charming sound of birds. But really, I am endlessly pleased. This is a great spot. I'm gonna go and get some lunch and figure out what to do next. I've been working. So far, like yesterday I did a bunch of work for myself on a new logo, and I edited a new podcast which should be up soon, probably by the time you see this. I just gotta figure out what to do, but first I'm gonna have some lunch. And that is where I lost the thread of the day. to a concert last night. I'd never been to a concert before in my entire life. I've been to, when I went to school in Washington, I would go to house shows, which are like very tightly packed rooms full of pretty bad local bands, where no one dances, where everybody just sits really still unless there's a mosh pit and then people dance. But last night I went to see the Fleet Foxes. Here's some footage of that. Being in the room with a band is way different from even like listening to their records, and it's totally divorced from an Instagram video, for example. But I shot these little clips because, one, everyone else was, and two, man, I have a video series. I do have an excuse. And three, for my own personal digital scrapbook. Yeah, I'm in this weird liminal space in my vacation because I don't have anything to do today. In my larger plans for this trip, I wanted to visit my friend Indiana. I wanted to visit my friend Bryn, who is pictured here singing along to her favorite Fleet Foxes song. Driving here, I've sort of locked myself into this very strange situation where normally it's quite difficult to get around, but I'm on the bus or the train or whatever, and I'm at the whims of the metropolitan transit authorities. But today and this trip, I have a car, which is cool, but it's also such a hassle. The car facilitates travel from Phoenix to Los Angeles easily and inexpensively, right? And in a way that I quite like, where it keeps direct control of the experience in my hands the entire time. But once you get to the city, you have to either leave your car behind or presciently know where you're going to park before you leave, which requires that you have already been there or you have some sort of innate understanding of cities that I lack. It's very difficult to park, is what I'm getting at. LA update. I have terrible razor burn because I've been trying to shave my face every day because I've been actively like going outside every single day, so that's a hassle. And item B, I just parked in a parking garage for the first time in my life. I parked so close to the person next to me that I can't get out of the car. Second attempt, not significantly better. Hey, here's something fun. I'm so dizzy I can barely stand up. I guess happy 420. Or, you know, if I'd done anything to deserve this, instead I just woke up super off balance. That's cool. I believe that it was related to all of the driving I was doing. I was quite dizzy because I was standing still and my body had gotten used to moving forward. When I closed my eyes, it was this like zooming effect that actually put me on the verge of nausea quite a few moments during that day. But clearly and logically, the next move in the story is to go to a museum full of optical illusions, which is the thing that I did next. I've been walking around looking at art today. This is my second museum, the Getty. It's full of Italian art, which I didn't photograph, but, you know, it's a little taste of home. Hi, I stopped the car. I realized editing it that you can't ever tell whether or not I'm driving. I'm never driving when I record, unless it's, you can see stuff moving. I'm out here in beautiful Big Bear, California to visit my internet friend, Indiana Popovich. We've been friends online for a number of years, but we've never met. And he doesn't know that I'm coming, so this is either gonna be great or just a disaster. But at the very least, I mean, I'm up here in the mountains, there's some water. I'll get some B-roll a little bit later on and put it in here. But it looks beautiful, and I really like this northern business. California kind of, I don't know, grinds me down a little bit with all the sand and the heat. And I don't know, I like this air and water and stuff. All right. Wait, I want to take a video of you.
It's so good to see you.
Wait. Oh my god, it went so well. Indiana Popovich, super cool guy. If you're ever in Big Bear, he works in the only Native American gift shop in town, which is called the Sunrise Trading Post. Stop in on the weekend and buy a magic trick from him. He's just standing there. Now I just gotta drive back to LA, which is something. Now we've come to the end of my trip in Los Angeles. I didn't film all of it, but that's okay. I don't really, I don't really want to go home, but I must, so I will. Hi, a break from being on the road, I just got some tacos and they were terrible. And I could not finish them, but I felt guilty, right? Because you always want to finish your food because the waitress is your mom, right? And I sat there and I thought that thought and I thought, I'm an adult man, I don't have to finish food that's bad, I can just leave. But I couldn't do it. So what I did instead was I devised a cunning excuse. Are you ready? It was that something came up and I had to leave. My initial thought was that I had something, a work emergency, and then I realized that I look like I'm about 12 years old. So, it could at best be a family emergency or some other kind of dire event, but it's okay, I don't need a box because something came up and I have to go. They're really bad tacos, oh my god. No, I think we're good. I never explained this in the video, but I finally get home, I open the door, and my dad says, "Hi, do you want to go look at some bats?" And I said, "Bats?" And he said, "Bats." Turns out there's bats living in our neighborhood, and then this is the part where we go and look for them. Whoa. They're all swarming around in there. Well, look. Pretty spooky.
There really aren't a ton of airborne bugs here.